Yes, 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 yes. You can indeed lose weight without restricted dieting, without calorie counting, by doing something what many of us refer to as eating mindfully, mindful eating, or some people call it intuitive eating. Now, this has really revolutionized the way how I eat on a day-to-day basis. It's changed the way how I live on a day-to-day basis, so that I am also just living more mindfully because I've been practicing mindful eating for quite a bit of time now, several years. And what I'm going to be doing in this video is giving you some practical tips. I want you to walk away with so many different things in your tool belt that you can start implementing for yourself if your goal is to lose weight and you don't want to do it with calorie counting. You don't want to do it with a restrictive dieting. Start first by learning how to eat mindfully. Let's jump into it. Tip 1, where do we begin? Sit down to eat. This one has been one of the biggest things that has helped me because I was always that person that would eat on the go. Taking the time to sit down and eat, whether it is that you're going to first start off on the spectrum of just sitting in your car, or you're going to start in the spectrum of just sitting at your office desk, and that will then lead into actually sitting at a dinner table. That's fine. But the key is to not eat when you're on the go, not eat when you're standing. Standing generally puts your brain and tells your body, hey, we're doing things. So you start doing it a whole lot quicker, and then you're not doing it mindfully. So the first thing, if you find yourself always eating on the go, always eating and walking, always eating and running, always eating and just not sitting, just pause, sit down and eat. Start there. The second one is eating with your family, eating with your friends, or eating with your loved ones. Trying not to always eat by yourself. When you eat by yourself, you tend to do it in a whole lot more rush. You tend to make not the best decisions because you feel like no one is actually, watching you. There's nothing to actually hold yourself to actually be accountable. When you eat with your family and your friends and your loved ones, let them know you're aiming and you're trying to do something different. Making sure that they're aware of it is key so that they can also help keep you accountable as you enjoy the food eating experience as an experience. So sit down and eat, and taking the time to actually eat with your family. Studies have shown that when you actually eat with your family, eat with loved ones, you generally consume less amount of calories. Shut off your devices. Turn them off, put them away from the table. Don't keep them around you while you're eating. Trying to do too many things at once, you just end up being distracted. You don't even know if your food actually even tastes good. If you want to learn how to eat mindfully, you gotta practice, being mindful. And a big part of that is literally just going to be shutting off your devices. Put it somewhere just not within your eyesight so you can focus primarily on just eating. Use real plates, like legit real plates. If the majority of your foods are out of a bag or wrapped in foil or anything like that, it's probably an indication that you potentially snack a lot. If you switch your mind to actually saying that you are having a meal, studies have also shown that you decrease the amount of snacks that you have throughout the course of the day. So when you actually eat from a plate, your brain says, hey, I am actually having a meal. So use plates to eat your food. It will help naturally decrease the amount of calories and the amount of times that you're actually eating throughout the course of the day. Eat more mindfully, eat off plates. Pace yourself smaller bites. If you are speeding through your meals, you probably always notice like, hey, you want more. And that's simply because you're just eating your food way too quickly. So if you start by pacing yourself, chew a little bit more, Put the fork down, put the sandwich physically down, drink a little sip of water or whatever it is in between. It makes a big difference for you to start noticing the textures in your food, the taste in your food, not realizing the different types of ingredients of what's actually there because you've just been what my mom used to say I used to do, which was inhale my food because I was just doing it so quickly. Pacing yourself, slowing down so you're not just speeding through the eating experience makes a really, really big difference with the amount of calories that you consume. And then this way you don't have to worry about counting them if you just eat a little bit slowly by chewing more. Stop. Literally, stop. Ask yourself before you go and you reach in that fridge, before you go and you reach for that snack bag, before you go and you reach for whatever it is, are you even hungry? Or are you thirsty? Or are you tired? Or are you just irritated? Or are you stressed? That signals the idea of comfort eating or stress eating. I work with so many women that fall into this category because we have been replacing our need of comfort with just eating for eating's sake. So just stopping and pausing and asking yourself, hey, am I hungry? Most times, just by doing that, you'll notice that you are probably thirsty and insert whatever other experience that you're feeling, the spectrum of whether it is that you're depressed, whether it is that you're stressed, whether it is that you're just super, super happy and you want to celebrate just by having something to eat. Pause and ask yourself if you are hungry. If these tips are actually being helpful for you so far, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, or you can also subscribe to my newsletter down below where I send you tons of tips, hacks, just like this straight to your inbox. Let's move on. This one is going to sound a little strange. I practiced this in the very beginning of learning how to eat slowly. If you're right-handed, try eating with your left. If you're left-handed, try eating with your right. So eat with your non-dominant hand. It's going to feel very awkward, but it's going to force you to actually slow down because it's not the hand that you're accustomed of actually doing things with. When I was really intentional of actually just focused on doing that, I tried it for a little bit. I have to see if I can find that data for you, but I tried it for a little bit just to see how much I actually consumed. And I just consumed a whole lot less food because I was eating with my left hand. It forced me to slow down. It forced me to put less on that fork because I wasn't accustomed of actually eating with that hand. Here's the last tip. Your portion sizes. Look at them. This probably should not come as a surprise, right, to you, but I'm going to make this suggestion and I want you to run to your kitchen as fast as you can and do this right now. All of your large plates, all of your large bowls, pack them away and put them somewhere that you can't see them. I want you to only keep out your side plates, your smaller bowls, and that's what I want you to actually eat from, with at least implementing 2 to 3 of the other suggestions of what it is that I mentioned will get you moving in the direction of learning how to eat mindfully, learn how to live mindfully, to lose weight without calorie restrictions, without having to count calories either. These small, simple changes with consistency will get you to exactly where it is that you want to be. Now, I have quite a bit of some other material and content here. I'm going to load up one video here and another one for you so that you can continue learning some tips and some tools in regards to mindful eating and just simply learning how to make better food decisions on a day-to-day basis, because that's going to be the first stop to prioritizing your self-care.